Hey guys, at the end of each month during Class Wars week, I do a tune overview. Usually it's before prelims, but this month I had to do it after preliminaries, just as far as time goes. So if you care about spoilers, then go watch the preliminary video first, because I am going to go over how I did that there and what I'm thinking about for finals and things like that. But if you don't care about spoilers or you've already watched that, then on we go. So I usually just go over the main things that have changed in my tune and then everything else very briefly. So the big changes are all of the new patch items. So the Halitum, which gives PDEF and MDEF, and the Artifact, which gives HP. So I just have the rare versions of those, but they do go to Epic and Legendary and eventually Red Gear, which is a patch that we don't have yet. But each of these at the moment have 3 sockets, and so that's been a fantastic boost, being able to get that gem BR. At first I put magical attack and both defenses in each of these, but I was really finding that I wanted to tad more PDEF. Not wait, no, I did have PDEF in there. I mean, I wanted more HP, and so now with my dark pet on, I do have over 800k HP, which is really nice. And then I have 1 MDEF and 1 PDEF. So that's been very good. Otherwise, the other big change with the new patch are the kids, and of course that is part of the reason for my prelim result. I ranked 7th, but I placed 19th as far as BR goes, and so and the main reason for that is because of my kid BR. And so probably if I built up a kid, they would probably be well over 600k BR or so, and after pots and everything, I would have a competitive BR to be in the top 16 for Class Wars. But because I have not done that, because I'm waiting to get an Oracle, a Battle Oracle, at the moment I don't have the BR to get into the top 16. And the reason why I want an Oracle, there's several reasons, and I'm sure I'll go more in depth in a video once I actually build one of these kids up. But at the moment, I'm thinking I want my Oracle as a substitute for not all, but some of the heals that I have in my head. There are some things that with the skills for mages that I would like to be able to kind of relegate some of the responsibility to my U-Demon, and so I think that would be really nice. I do like the other classes. There's nothing wrong with the Knights of the Archers. Just at the moment, as far as how I kind of picture how my PvP is going to play out in the future, I really want to go with an Oracle. So that's just where my brain is now. I might get all 3 eventually, and finally, once I get the Oracle, decide, okay, maybe I don't really want to do this, and I'll pick an Archer or a Knight. But at the moment, that's where I'm at. So not enough BR there. And just to make it really clear, I placed 19th in BR, so you think like, oh, there's like something I could do to push into the top 16. Really, not at all. And let me go into wagers just to show that. So, top BRs are almost at 2 million with pots and everything. And so that's one crazy and amazing. But the lowest BR that made it into the top 16 is 1,720,000, right? And my BR in prelims was, with all the nicest pots and everything, was 1,300,000 something or other. So I mean, it's like a 400k BR difference, and even with kids and everything taken into consideration, that's still a crazy BR gap. And so yeah, just there was no way I was gonna be making it into the top 16 this month. So I'm kind of waiting it out and trying to be really patient with my tune. I think for any cash player, I think cashers are kind of characterized by impatience so much, because they're players that are a little bit spoiled by their own money, and so I'm really trying to just take my time and build up a way to win. One of the ways that I'm trying to think of, how can I picture myself winning a Class Wars in the future, is I do think I need to give up doing Dark Dimensions at the moment. So I have 1 Dark Dimension that's advanced right now going, but that's not enough to really, at least for somebody who you know, unless I have an overwhelming amount of BR, which I don't, I can't win a Class Wars this way, right? And so I think I'm going to give up having Dark Dimensions for at least a month, probably 2 months, and try and hoard up a lot of advanced or preferably expert Dark Dimensions, so that I can have really really big Dark resistance and hopefully win a Class Wars that way. So what I think I'm going to do next is I bumped up my Dark Dimension time enough to get through through finals, but then I'm going to give up this light as well and maybe just build up wind. And of course I have a ton of electro at the moment. I have 2 expert electros going right now. The rewards are really nice from that, so I've been really happy, and it really upsets people who have really nice electro pets, so that's been good. Otherwise, battle protection has stayed relatively similar. I have a set of 8, which is really nice, and then pretty much all 7. I think I have one other extra 8 here as well. Um, I'm gonna really miss having this nice set of like uh, different elements, because it's really helpful for the elemental forest MP. But eventually, I will make a bunch of level 8s once they make rewards for level 8s in the gem not gem but resistance crystal synthesizer events. But they haven't done that yet, so I'm just kind of waiting on those crystals at the moment. What else? Alright, we can just start going down the tabs. Gem effects, that was the same last month. My influence is up to level 3. I think I can go to level 4 very soon. These are really, really important. Influence has become really, really important, like annoyingly so. I fought Arlie in prelims, and I suspect Arlie has really, really high influence, because she hit me with Ice Bolt, which has a chance to stun now, and it lasted 3 turns, and the most I had seen prior to this was 2 turns. 3 turns is like a really bad Holy Seal difference from, back in the day when people actually used Holy Seal. So that was pretty mortifying. I'm just gonna go take a peek and see if I can find Arlie. Arlie. And so yeah, Arlie's influence is up to 900. So she has 600 influence on me. Who knows, she might have upped it more before prelims today, but yeah, I mean, that kind of gap, big time stun. It was really tripped me up for a little bit. I did manage to get a nice chaos on her at one point, um, but yeah, that's really tough to deal with. Let's see here. Clothing. Identification wise, not too much. I haven't gotten a lot of new clothing recently. Um, but I have the same sets of clothing, I think. I don't remember if I had these 9s last month yet or not. But I am waiting for a nice event, hopefully that gives big time rewards, and be able to get my level 9 weapon and my level 9 wings as well, and then start waiting it out until they give rewards for making level 10s. I do think the clothing goes up to level 13 now. But anyway, let's see here. What else can we take a peek at? Dragon Soul. Well, we can of course look at the Sylphs. Lately in Group Arena, I've been using this Dark Pet. Really, really nice, very powerful, and she looks great. But just also my strongest Sylph at the moment. I move this nice legendary gear around to whichever Sylph I'm using at the time. So that's not really a problem. She just has a lot more sepulchrum into her, so she is the strongest of my Sylphs at the moment. No extra stars here yet. I can do 1 extra star on her. I do have enough advanced sepulchrum for that. Not advanced Mahra for that. But I think I'm just going to push as much sepulchrum into her first before doing that. One, because all those materials are pretty difficult to get, so I like to put more sepulchrum into her first before I upgrade. I don't think the upgrade is a big enough deal that I really need to rush it. And then I really haven't put any new materials into Goddess of Prosperity, even though I think she's great. Another one that I probably split my time between the Dark Pet and Goddess of Prosperity for group arena and group situations. The next one that I want to make into a mythic Sylph is Hercules, and turn him into Zeus, which will be a nice little boost, I would like to kind of set him up for a single PvP type of Sylph. And I wouldn't count out Hercules or Zeus. I think some people I've heard are kind of leaning towards these AoE sylphs like the Dark Ones and Athena for single PvP because they feel like with the kids involved they want more AoE power and everything. But Hercules is still a great option for what Hercules lacks in AoEs. It has the most player priority skills like Jupiter's Wrath, Jupiter's Wrath and Flash Storm, and so you can really target your opponent nicely using that Sylph. And I think that's about it. You know, the equipment. I got a lot of gold back, so the Astros are looking good now. I put a little extra PDEF in for Class Wars instead of taking regeneration, but usually I have regen in, and actually I might switch that out now. But otherwise, the Astros are the same, except nicer. You know, all level 10 reds, which is something I did recently this month, and I have this Astral effect up to level 8, and a little more than halfway up to level 9, which is nice. That's kind of where I just dump all my gold when I feel like it these days. Skills. So I'm kind of set up for World Boss right now, and Ice Bolt is the one that's been adjusted for mages. I forgot what the Archer one is called, but I know I was just talking to Robin about it before Class Wars. We were just testing out how well it stunned. But the Archers have one advanced skill that also does a stun, and then for Knights, Death Warrant will stun, and so that's why the big reason why Influence has become more interesting and also more important, and so yeah, so I've liked using this in single PvP now, particularly for Class Wars. It's nice because there are no troops, and so you just have the kid to worry about, which I don't think really requires an AoE. I don't think it's too big of a deal. So I really like that skill now. It's very, very quick. It stuns. It's decently powerful. So that's been really good. And then runes. My healing rune is up to level 7, so it heals for 45%. When it's up to level 8, which is the maximum, it heals for 50%, which is crazy. Think about that. That's like a Spire heal. So that's a lot. So that'd be really nice. Otherwise, you know, the mount stayed pretty much the same. I do have quite a bit of room in it now, you know, 90 levels on this defense. Oh, no, not defense. On endurance and in strength, and then in intellect and defense I have 35 levels. So I'm looking forward to a whip event where I can up those a bit. It'll be nice. Last time I was playing it kind of conservative, but next time I think I'm going to push some more endurance as well. So other than that, I think I'm losing my voice, which I don't know how I'm supposed to voice over the prelim video in my condition at the moment. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, if you have any other questions about my tune, go ahead and ask. I always manage to miss something in these videos. But otherwise, I hope Class Wars went well for you guys, and if you're in finals, good luck. So take care and have a very good day.